something strange is going on in Justin Bieber's inner circle. At Coachella, in the studio, even in front of Hailey, all eyes are on one man, Eddie Benjamin.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so wait, what is this tube coming from his mouth?
He's not just writing Justin's music, he's everywhere Justin goes. Touchy, laughing, whispering in corners. And when the cameras catch them, it's never just friends hanging out. Fans say the chemistry is undeniable.
He is. And he has just such a big heart. His ears, dude, are out of this world.
This comment reads that Justin will cuddle with anyone other than his own wife. Another person adds that this story isn't helping those rumors.
Critics say it's crossing lines, and insiders claim Hailey has had enough. Who is Eddie? How did he go from unknown Australian teen to living with Sia to becoming Bieber's closest companion? And why are so many convinced this bromance is hiding something? Let's pull back the curtain, and it starts with the night that changed everything.
One person wrote on Reddit that at a VIP Coachella party hosted by Charlie XCX, German singer Bill observed Justin Bieber getting very physically affectionate with his close friend Eddie.
It all started at Coachella, the place where celebs go to be seen. But Justin Bieber wasn't just vibing to the music. He was locked in with Eddie Benjamin, shoulder to shoulder, hands on him. Not once, not twice, all night.
Oh, shit.
Okay, so wait, what is this tube coming from his mouth? Okay, so you guys get the point.
Fans noticed, cameras caught it, and Hailey, she was right there, looking not thrilled. Whispers turned into tweets, tweets turned into TikToks.
This person writes on Reddit, so Maddie and Eddie were already dating, then Maddie introduced Sia to her boyfriend, then Sia moved Maddie's boyfriend into her house. Someone added Sia's closing line, "I love you, I'm always here for you. I know you're your mom's baby, but I'm gonna be asking permission if I could take on some kind of maternal role in your life." Someone pointed out that this has absolutely no boundaries. What a nut job, which, true, this is somebody's son. This person writes, "She's such an effing creep and I'm really over it. Her using the fact that she's protective and as an excuse to behave extremely inappropriate towards children and teens is absurd. I'm now growing concerned about those teenage boys she adopted last year too. I think they just had aged out of foster care. She has 3 barely legal teenage boys living on her property that are not related to her. Super R. Kelly vibes." If you guys need an update on Sia, let me know. The public perception of Sia is so positive it worries me. She was seen as a saint who took a kid out of a bad situation and launched her to stardom, but everyone's ignoring the consistent, really creepy behavior. Besides all the other weird stuff, what happens if Maddie and Eddie break up? Does he move out of Sia's place? Does he keep his relationship with Sia?
Suddenly, this wasn't just about music, it was about whatever this was. And here's the kicker, Eddie wasn't just some random friend. He was fresh off co-writing half of Justin's album, 11 tracks, late-night studio sessions, mountain retreats no one knew about. By the time the album dropped, their connection was impossible to ignore. But to understand why this moment hit so hard, you've got to know where Eddie came from. And trust me, that part of the story is even stranger. Eddie Benjamin didn't crawl into the spotlight, he shot into it like a flare. Born in Sydney to a drummer dad and a dancer mom, music was in his blood. By 14, he was already playing late-night club gigs while his friends were still worrying about homework.
His mother is a dancer, his father was a touring drummer, so he grew up in a creative household, which ultimately bred him into this musician.
But here's the twist. Eddie's big break didn't come from a label. It came from Sia. Yes, that's Sia, a mask-wearing pop powerhouse who's notoriously private. And twice his age. He wasn't just collaborating with her, he was living in her house. The reason? He was dating Maddie Ziegler, Sia's goddaughter. Sia took him in, called herself his mom in LA, and swore she'd protect him from the industry. Sounds sweet, right? Until you realize she was also housing other barely legal boys, sparking a wave of side eyes and Reddit threads asking, where are the boundaries? That living arrangement raised eyebrows, but it also put Eddie in rooms most artists only dream about. And one of those rooms had Justin Bieber in it. When Eddie Benjamin met Justin Bieber in 2022, it wasn't just a handshake, it was ignition. Eddie opened for Justin's Justice Tour, and from that moment, the two were inseparable.
That should be me, that should be me, that should be me, in your kiss. That should be me, buying you gifts. This is so wrong, I can't go on.
Interesting. Okay. So, they just have this little music bond. It's very Benny Blanco.
Not in a casual, let's collab sometime way, but in an everywhere you look, there they are way. Fast forward to this year, Justin drops his new album, and Eddie's fingerprints are all over it. 11 co-writing credits, late-night recording marathons, mountain retreats, so secret fans didn't even know they'd started the project until it was finished. The rollout? Chaotic. Streaming services scrambled to update credits, but Eddie didn't care. He was too busy gushing about making music with his bestie and soulmate. Then came Coachella, a VIP party, Justin full-on cuddling Eddie, handsy in a way that made everyone stop mid-conversation. Hailey sat inches away, looking like she'd rather be anywhere else. An eyewitness described it bluntly. They needed a room. Online, the theories exploded. Was this bromance pure friendship, or something more? Blind items hinted at undeniable chemistry. Reddit threads dissected every photo, every glance. Some swore Justin treats Eddie with more tenderness than he shows his own wife. Whatever it is, it's intense, and it's public. And if this bond ever snaps, the fallout will be nuclear. Eddie Benjamin isn't just another name in Justin Bieber's orbit, he's the gravitational pull. From mysterious mountain retreats to all-night studio lock-ins, this guy went from Australian club gigs to co-writing the soundtrack of one of the biggest pop stars on earth.
Eddie wrote, "Made an album with my bestie. My love for this is so deep, so grateful to lean on you as a friend. The fact that we get to make music together is the cherry on top. You teach me so much and are a true friend. This experience has been my favorite musical experience I've had, making some soulmates along the way. The swag is beyond real, always been swag."
He is. And he has just such a big heart. His ears,
Dude.
are out of this world. Like the things he hears and how his ears, bro, it makes me smile because his ears are some of the most special I've ever witnessed since I was little. Even the decisions he would make before I was able to sit with him and create, his ears are just so special. And
I do have a side note.
his bright light of a gift of voice comes from just being too, like truly sitting in that essence. It's the same, getting the mind and the human lust out of the way. It creates just this really pure essence of creation, and I think like human being, not human doing, is really important. In that.
It's almost like he looks at Justin like a god.
And somehow, along the way, he stepped straight into the middle of Justin and Hailey's marriage headlines. Add in the bizarre Sia chapter, living under her roof, being called her Australian son, wrapped up in a circle of relationships that make Hollywood look like a soap opera, and you start to see why fans can't stop dissecting this. Every public moment between Justin and Eddie only pours gasoline on the speculation. The way they look at each other, the way Justin talks about him like he's rare, untouchable, almost sacred. Here's the truth. If this connection is real, it's rewriting the rules of celebrity friendship. If it's for clout, it's one of the most committed performances we've seen in years. Either way, Eddie's not just in Justin's life, he's in the story. And stories like this, they never end quietly. Then came that night at Coachella. VIP wristbands, flashing lights, and Justin Bieber glued to Eddie Benjamin. According to German singer Bill Kaulitz, it wasn't just friendly. He says Justin was hardcore cuddling Eddie, pawing at him, while Hailey sat a few feet away. Tight smile, eyes on the ground. Awkward doesn't even cover it. Bill said it felt like they needed to get a room. The internet went, Justin will cuddle anyone but his wife. This isn't helping the rumors. Do they even care how this looks? And the strangest part? They never explain it. No statement, no, it's just friendship. Just more lingering touches, more private hangouts, more studio nights that somehow last until sunrise. For some, it's proof of a deep creative bond. For others, it's fuel for a rumor mill that's already on fire. And with Eddie's name stamped all over Justin's latest album, the question hanging in the air isn't if we'll see them together again. It's what happens next. Eddie Benjamin has gone from unknown Aussie teen to Justin Bieber's right-hand man, Muse, and maybe something more. Their chemistry is undeniable. On stage, in the studio, even under the neon haze of Coachella. But behind the headlines and Instagram captions, there's a ticking clock. Because in Bieber world, friendships burn bright and then explode. Just ask the names that vanished from his inner circle overnight. If Eddie stays, the speculation only grows louder. If he disappears, it'll be the breakup story of the year, and you know we'll hear about it in cryptic lyrics lyrics and shady Instagram unfollows. For now, the world's watching two men who insist it's just creative synergy while acting like they've known each other for lifetimes. Is this the greatest bromance in pop, or a secret that will change the way we see Justin Bieber forever? One thing's certain, when this story hits its next chapter, it won't be quiet.
However, people close to the couple, I mean not the couple, but to the friend, say that they are not romantic. They just have this creative synergy, this bond that no one can understand. Seems like that's such a Hollywood thing. Like, oh, you guys just won't understand. It's like this energy synergy thing.